Marina hadn't planned on being a pirate. What she'd really wanted was just to escape from her parents. Her father, William Langley, was a captain in the Royal Navy, with stern eyes and an even sterner hand. She flinched every time he took a step closer to her, and even now she was wary of physical contact. Her mother, Amelia Langley, made it her personal mission to sell her off to some rich nobleman that could boost her social status and secure more connections. She used Marina as her own doll, dressing up in frilly gowns and powdering her face until she no longer recognized herself. In fact, Marina was perfectly happy to be a normal girl in English society, wandering around town to her favorite bookshop and getting lost in a story for hours. That was until her mother came barging in, demanding her to return to the Langley Manor. She too could be quite heavy-handed. But one night, she was able to run away. She snuck out of a party and headed out to the ports where, by chance, a commandeered Spanish ship had just been brought in by one of the Navy's privateers. Marina took her chance to make off with the ship, leaving England and her parents behind. Hello, welcome to the Captain's Log. This is a new video series that I'm doing where I'm going to be documenting finally writing my book, Project Marina. And yeah, today we're starting out by giving my main character, Marina, a redesign. And she's gone through several redesigns over the course of the 4 years that I've had her. But I saw this painting online and I really loved the outfit, and so I wanted to incorporate a bit of that. I wasn't too far off already, but there were some details on the coat and her dress that I wanted to change. Her original design is her wearing pants, which I think is fine. I just realized that I wanted her to actually be wearing a dress because I thought that historically that made a little bit more sense. This story isn't meant to be extremely historical, as I do have dinosaurs in this world, but we're roughly in the 1770s, around the time of the Revolutionary War. We're going for kind of a colonial vibe, and the actual coat that I decided to put Marina in is a red coat. Her father is a naval captain, and I kind of wanted her to be like the antithesis of that, and so I wanted to kind of make a twist on the red coat statement there, and yeah, put her in a red coat. I just think it's a very striking color for her, and I think it matches her personality a lot too. So we went with the red coat. And yeah, I did originally have pants for her, but I decided to go with kind of a pinstriped blue skirt, which I thought would be pretty versatile. I kind of wanted to do other colors. In the original painting that I was looking at, the woman had a kind of a peach striped skirt, which I tried, but I just didn't think it looked as good as the blue does here, so that's why I went with blue. It just kind of matches her eyes, and I think it looks more nautical. I also put her hair up in a braid, which I thought would be more practical for her, but I still wanted it to look kind of wild and free, so she's got a bunch of loose tendrils and whatnot. Because yeah, originally I just kind of had her hair down, which is totally fun, and I think for like, I think she definitely would wear it down a lot, but I think that she would also want to keep it out of the way as well. So for her kind of main design, I wanted to put it in a braid. I honestly didn't change too much about her from the original design. I still obviously kept her hat, and I stayed pretty close within the color scheme that I originally had for her. I did go back and change the gold on the buttons and the trim to be a little paler so it wasn't as bright. But yeah, she's got a feather in her hat, which is from her raptor, which is not in this episode, but we'll cover the raptors in a different episode. But yeah, she's got her cutlass and her scabbard and her compass. So I'm pretty pleased with how this design turned out. Marina found Elżbieta on the streets of Gdańsk, a coastal city in northern Poland. While she was trying to track down some treasure, she came across the orphan kitten mewling in the streets. Marina scooped her up and brought her aboard her ship, where she became a companion to the captain. She is often found sunbathing on the deck, although Marina knows she is keeping watch for any pests. Elżbieta takes her job as the ship's cat very seriously, and all she asks for in return is a fair amount of pets and treats. She also has a cat. Her name is Elżbieta, which is a Polish name that I think I saw in a book once, and I was like, I adore that name. Yeah, it's like a Polish version of Elizabeth, and I think it's beautiful. And yeah, you could call her Betty for short, I'm sure, or Bieta. But yeah, little Elżbieta, she is Marina's pirate ship cat. She's a calico cat, and I did change her design a fair amount, or like her patterns at least. Also not depicted. I went back and changed this, but I realized after the fact that I'd wanted her to be a saber-toothed kitty cat. Yeah, just like the creatures that I have set up in this world, I wanted her to have some little saber teeth and actually be a saber-toothed cat. Does not make much of a difference, but I just think it would be fun to have like house cats that were just like smaller versions of saber-toothed tigers. I think that's kind of a fun idea, and since I already have dinosaurs in this world, what's stopping me from adding that as well? So, Elżbieta is a saber-toothed cat, and she is the very loyal companion to Marina, captain of the Freedom. Here are the final designs for Marina and Elżbieta, and that is going to conclude this entry for the Captain's Log. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.